Have you ever had someone put you on the spot to give a speech, to respond, to say something? And has that ever terrified you? There's so many times in daily life when we have to say something on the fly. You run into someone you knew a long time ago and then you have to say something, or you're just called upon in a wedding to give a speech, etc. Or you're on a Zoom call and you're joining the Zoom call and then there's just one person on the call so far and you guys have to say something and have a rapport. And sometimes this can be very terrifying. What am I supposed to say? What are we supposed to do? And you just prefer the awkwardness of not saying anything at all and just looking. Oh, I'm about Watani. That's Yoruba for like we'll keep looking at ourselves, something like that. How can you be more confident and be more fluid or skilled in impromptu conversations? The first thing I think about is that you should be kinder to other people. So, when you see someone standing in front of you giving a speech on a stage, or someone presenting, hosting a Zoom call, try to be kinder to them in your own mind. I feel like some people are very critical. If a person makes a grammatical error, they're like, how could he say that? And they just judge everything the other person who is taking a bold step to lead, to host the conversation, they judge that person so much in their own minds. If you're so critical of another person when the person is speaking, maybe spontaneously or might even be planned, then when it's your own turn to speak spontaneously, because you've set a standard of being so critical of others, you will think that others are also that critical of you. And the truth is, sometimes people don't really care. People are thinking of so many other things than listening to your speech, for example. And so, if you're listening to others, and this is especially true for people who tend to be perfectionists, they think everything should go exactly right. Try to be more graceful, give more grace to other people. They might make mistakes, they might say something embarrassing, they might make a gaffe. Don't be so critical of it. It's life, it happens. And I mean, strive for excellence, but don't be so critical. I think that's the first step. If you're not so critical of other people, then you can have more confidence or feel more relieved when you're put on the spot, knowing that people will likely not be as critical of you. But then I also want to share one or two things I've learned about how to be confident when speaking spontaneously and how to do it with grace and do it well. The first thing is to watch your breath, your breathing. So when you want to speak and you've probably had not so much time to prepare, make sure you take a deep breath. Recommended 3 seconds breathing in and then 6 seconds breathing out. That process of deliberately calming your breath also tends to lower the stress on your nervous system. Now, this is what I read in some scientific research. So it seems to work. So when you watch your breathing, then you're able to feel calmer. And I found out that the rate of speech is usually correlated with the pace of breathing. So if you're breathing really fast, you usually talk very fast. But if you calm yourself down through breathing, then you can feel more relaxed and speak more eloquently. The second thing, which I'll share in this video, is to slow your movements. So you can pace slowly. Now, not pace in such a way that you distract other people or the people you're talking to, but try to pace slowly. And that way you calm yourself down and you're more composed. You don't feel so nervous and jittery. You have some movement that's, the way I understand it, just releases the energy and the excitement that you have in a very calm manner. And if you're not able to move, if you're not able to pace because you're talking with one person, you can have small hand movements like just moving your arms gently or just do something to make energy flow through you, but in a very calm manner. Now, you probably already realized that I read all these things and I'm trying to practice them as well. So here are just some tips for you if you have to speak spontaneously. I have some more tips I'll share in the next video, but thank you for watching this.